Fortenbaugh,
What up,
our
Joe?
expert gambler. How are we doing, Joe?
Doing very well today, Molly. Doing very well, Stephen A. Big card this weekend. A lot of action for us to get to.
Absolutely.
We love the action. We're all about the action.
By the way, I'll be in Vegas next week. I'll be in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. What days are you going to be in Vegas?
Wednesday for the rest of the week.
Nice.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Good break for this girl. All right, let's start with the SEC championship game between Alabama and Georgia. Joe, what do we do here?
I think both defenses in this game are a bit overvalued, so I'd play the over at 54.5 points, which has been continuing to climb. Let's start with Alabama. Good unit, not elite unit. They've given up some big points this year. They gave up 34 to Texas. They gave up 28 to LSU. Jane Daniels got hurt in that game. They gave up 20 to Tennessee in the first half of that matchup. Georgia's going to score here. Now, on the other side, Georgia's defense isn't what we remember from last year. They were number 1 against the run last year. They're 25th against the run this season. That's how Jalen Milroe makes his money, with his legs. Alabama's going to score as well. This game goes over 54.5.
I totally agree with him. There's no way on earth there's going to be under 54. Alabama, Georgia, SEC title on the line, potential college football playoff berth on the line with defenses that haven't been nearly as reliable. I think both teams score over 35 in this game.
All right, let's transition to Stephen A's favorite team. We got a good one, Thursday Night Football. But before we get your play here, Joe, we asked America who's going to win the game tonight, whether it's the Cowboys or the Seahawks. 66% are going with Dallas. Joe, the play, sir.
No surprise there. Dallas off a big win, Seattle off a big loss. Dallas has been scoring a ton of points, and the line's been moving in that direction as well. So we can see why the public's on that. I think the best bet here is to bet against Seattle scoring. So we're going to go under 18.5 total points for the Seahawks in this matchup. Their offense has really fallen off a cliff this season. 27 points per game over the first 4 weeks. Post-bye, they're down to 16 points per game. They've gone under 16 points in 4 of their last 7 matchups. Geno's banged up. Kenneth Walker's banged up. Phil Haynes on the offensive line, he's not going to play tonight. He's going to be replaced by a rookie, which is bad news against a Dallas pass rush that ranks number 1 in the NFL. So look for Geno to have a turnover tonight. Look for him to take some sacks. I don't think Seattle's offense has a whole lot going on in this game.
Dallas's offense has been prolific. Obviously, Seattle's averaged about 15.5 points over the last 4 games. So obviously, you look at it and you just say you go with Dallas easily. Easily.
You better be sitting still for this one, Joe. On Sunday, a huge one. Niners-Eagles in Philly. Where you're from, your squad. This one's a little bit personal. What's the play? Are we going
so
head or heart?
So it comes down to
head
pricing here.
Yep.
Head or heart. Not head, not heart. It comes down to wallet. It's all about wallet.
Okay.
And wallet here says San Francisco, but here's the key. Half the market is dealing San Francisco -2.5. The other half of the market's dealing San Francisco -3. 3 is the most important number in football betting. I'm going to play the Niners, but it's got to be at 2.5 or better. This is all about the situation. San Francisco's had 10 days to get ready for this game off their Thursday nighter in Seattle. They're rested, they're healthy, they're playing very well. Philadelphia's been running through a brutal stretch of the schedule. Monday night at Kansas City, then they go overtime against Buffalo. Now they have a very physical matchup with San Francisco. The Niner defense is going to be the difference in this game because Philadelphia's defense hasn't been anywhere near as good as last year. They're 18th or worse in defensive efficiency and defensive EPA. That's where the game's going to be decided. That's why I'm taking the Niners, but at 2.5 or better.
I'm taking the Niners at 3. That's the bottom line. I'm doing that. But I'll tell you this, Joe. Here's the interesting twist that I want to throw into this. Philadelphia, I think, needs to lose a game.
Really?
I think if Philadelphia ran the table for the rest of the regular season, you falter come playoff time. You usually need a hiccup along the way to re-energize and refocus you. And I think if we have aspirations of the Philadelphia Eagles getting back to an NFC Championship game, potentially back to the Super Bowl and winning it all, dare I say, I think a hiccup has to happen somewhere along the way. 49ers had theirs this season. Philadelphia really hasn't had that. Don't really count the Jets thing much. I think now is when it happens. I think the Philadelphia Eagles lose this game.
I mean, that was a hiccup. That loss was pretty bad. I mean, I'm just saying. You know what we need to do, though? We need to figure out, Joe? We need to have the betting segment one day when Mad Dog's here.
That's true.
We need to have Mad Dog be a part of this, but that might need to be like an in-studio, extended,
Not just that, we have to make sure that Mad Dog minds his manners. because he loses money every week.
Yeah.
And so when when Joe tells him he's going to lose money ahead of time, Mad Dog may get very, very mad at him,
exactly.
and he might implode right here on national
Might be
television.
very
We don't need
aggressive,
that problem.
but we need to make that
We
happen.
don't need that problem.
Last I saw Mad Dog gambling, it was 10 stacks, it was some gummies, it was a cocktail, and it was a really bad outcome in a college football game, if I'm not mistaken.
I love it. Joe, you're the best. Be sure to check out Joe's radio show, Carlin versus Joe, today at 12. Thank you kindly, sir.